Jump in, let's go for a ride. Hey guys, what's going on? I was just out driving again today and I thought of maybe a topic, maybe first 5 mods that I would do to my car first, and maybe it would be something that would help you guys out if you guys are trying to figure out what you guys should do first. Maybe you're buying a new sports car and you're just trying to figure out what you guys would want to do to your car first. So this is in like not a real big order, but it is a little bit just because of the price difference. I mean, if you got buku money and you can just do all your mods all at once, you know, more power to you, go for it. But not everybody can do that, so maybe this could possibly help you. So for the first mod that I would personally pick, I would probably say window tint. Window tint is, to me, is almost like getting new wheels. Window tint can drastically change the look of a car. It just gives it more of a, depending on if it's a muscle car or a sports car, it gives it that sexy or that mean look that that car needs with window tint. Yes, it probably needs to be a little bit on the darker side of window tint. I have 5% all the way around besides my windshield, but I would think at least 20%. So my first mod that I would probably do to any car, but more or less to a sports car, would probably be window tint because it's relatively cheap, and you can probably do the whole car if you took it somewhere, probably $300. I do all mine myself, and I just buy the kits off of, I don't buy the whole kit. I buy rolls and stuff offline, and I tint them myself. But it takes time and a lot of practice to be pretty good at it. My first time doing it, I sucked. My second mod would probably be an exhaust. I mean, if you have just a luxury car or something like that, you know, there's no need for exhaust, but like a sports car, a muscle car, definitely the second thing would be an exhaust. Sorry, I'm trying to get over. I gotta get off my exit here. But exhaust wakes the car up, it makes it sound a lot better, it draws the eye, it makes you feel better while you're driving when you can actually hear your car. I know when I put my exhaust on, the Genesis Coupe, the 3.8, it already had a pretty decent exhaust sound as it was out of the factory, but my exhaust that I have now, it definitely woke the car up in tone. I think it got a little bit louder, and I can actually hear it now more when I get on it, and I don't know, it puts a smile on your face when your car sounds good too. So that would be my second thing, it would be exhaust. Number 3, if you have a sports car, even some muscle cars, suspension. Lower that thing. Get rid of that wheel gap, lower it. On coilovers would probably be best, or springs. Mine's lowered on springs, but for the cheap route like I went, I mean, I spent like $250 on springs, on some Eibach Sportline springs. They're the lowest spring that Eibach makes, so I went with springs. If you want coilovers, then you're probably going to be spending around $1,000 plus for some good coilovers. But definitely a third thing would be lowering your car. It just makes the stance of your car look so much better. Definitely gets rid of the whole monster truck look to it. But that was my top 3. Number 4, wheels. That alone, that changes the entire look of the car. It is definitely just like the exhaust. It's a 50-50 chance, just like with the exhaust. Either your exhaust is gonna sound good or it's gonna sound like shit. And that's what's always pretty sketchy about trying to find a good exhaust. But the same thing with wheels. With wheels, it is so hard to find some good wheels that look great on your car also, that possibly might not break your bank, but trying to find good wheels that look good on your car and are cheap, and then tires and everything else on it too, that's an expensive upgrade. It really is. but wheels would definitely be my fourth pick. I just bought new wheels for my car. If you haven't seen them, go back and check those out. They're pretty dope. They're bronze, but I have a red Genesis, so it looks pretty good. Number 5, the fifth and final, probably first mod that I feel that you should do would be, I don't know, upgrade in your engine. Maybe an intake. Probably an intake, because they're cheap. They sound cool. If you have a boosted car, then definitely an intake would benefit you because of the sound. It's not necessarily going to do anything in power, but if you are boosted, your blow off is going to be so much louder. You're going to love the way that your car sounds every time you shift. And unless you flutter dump, then you're just driving around and just constantly hearing your blow off out. That's cool too, I guess, sometimes. But intake would probably be the fifth thing, just because it's pretty cheap and it makes your engine look a little bit cooler. It helps your car breathe a little bit better. I don't know if you necessarily get any power. I mean, if you do, maybe 5 horsepower, but it's nothing that you're actually going to feel. That would probably be my fifth. And then after that, I mean, like, just do little things, you know, just to dress up your car. Maybe do HIDs. I did HIDs on my car. This part is like there's not really any big. There's not really any like category to get these things, but usually when you get a new car, you just spent a lot of money, and now you probably don't have a whole lot of money left over for mods, so you're budgeting on stuff. So you want stuff a little bit cheaper, and you can't just get everything all at once. So that would probably be my top 5. So just to recap for a conclusion, so the first thing that I would do would be window tint. Second thing would be exhaust. Third, suspension, lower that car. Fourth, wheels. If you have the money, get wheels. Get wheels that are gonna look good on your car. Do your research. Look up other cars that have the same car. If you're not completely satisfied with your pick, make sure that it's gonna look good. Making sure that somebody else did it also, and then you're kind of copying them. And then the fifth, just recap, I kind of got off track there, sorry. The fifth would be intake. If you want an intake, and then if you don't want an intake and you want to keep, then just find something else that's little. But those are my five probably top things that I would personally do. You guys might not agree on the order that I did them on, or maybe there's something else that I'm forgetting that you think that should be better. Leave a comment below if you think that there's something else that I should have put in there. But those were what I thought would be good for the first top 5 mods that you should do to your car. So there you go, guys. I hope you guys liked that video. Just cruising around and having a good time, just driving your car and talking to you guys. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Go back and check out my other videos if you haven't already. And like always, keep it random. Peace.